It's Week 7 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll see Calvin Ridley. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Falcons and the Bengals, and it's all up next.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 75 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here. On the move past the 40. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. That will take it in by T. Higgins. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Burrow. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Play action. It's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, 34 yards. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On second down, a run with Patterson. He's brought down at the 34. Calling a gain of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now they go play action now. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought it was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The Bengals sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Here we go, here we go.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, 46 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Mariota on first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Mariota to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. Now allow him to get bolder with his pass rush. Bengals, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. Taylor now to return it. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Burrow on play action. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He will find his man Chase complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, well, they've won a few in the years following. They'll give it to Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Mariota. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over first and 10. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but a shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
To throw on second and 10. Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Here we go, here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Now Mariota. That's into the hands of Edwards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll kick things off in the AFC North. 2 teams with intertwined histories, to say the least. Baltimore playing host to Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Jacoby Brissett has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington.
and they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Next, a look at the next-gen stats.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing in cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Now Burrow on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. A very quick pass to Ridley. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On third down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Mariota now. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
Well, Martin, they certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Coup now for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
Let's go. Do your thing. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, ride out.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
Delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Burrow will throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 4. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll go again with Patterson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down. Throwing is Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota over the middle. That's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 27. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Mariota. Steps away to his left. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Now Mariota. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Caught on the slant. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Algier will try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The ever-dependable Tyler Boyd leading this offense back out there as Cincinnati gets set for their next drive. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you get...
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Mariota. Got a man, it's London. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He'll flip this out to Evans. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be Falcon football. So here is Mariota and the Falcons. Down 28-20, a little under a minute to go. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pass complete to Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Flushed out right. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Bengals, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.